All right, today we're going to dive into a modern fable. It's a masterclass. It's not about turning the other cheek. Nope. It's about winning the entire game without saying a single word. It's all about strategic justice and, how to really handle disrespect.
So let me just ask you this straight up. When someone is provoking you, when they're trying to get a rise out of you, what's your go-to move? Do you fight back with words? Do you just walk away? Well, this story presents a third option, and let me tell you, it's fascinating and way, way more powerful.
So picture this. It's a scene we all know, right? A quiet little diner, there's an old man just minding his own business, enjoying his breakfast. It's one of those perfectly peaceful, ordinary moments that you just know is not going to last.
And here we go. This is where that piece just shatters. We're calling this first part the collision because what you're about to see is a force of pure arrogance, just slamming into what seems to be an immovable object of calm.
The diner door swings open, and bam, the whole vibe just shifts. Three bikers walk in, and you can almost feel the air get heavy with tension. These guys aren't here for coffee. They're here to cause a disruption. Now, what happens next isn't just some random, crude intimidation. Oh no, it is a deliberate escalation. The bikers, they decide to target the old man, and they do it with three very specific provocations, and each one gets more and more brazen. And just look at how methodical this is. It's a calculated assault. First, they go for his coffee. That's a personal violation right there. Then, his food, an act of just total contempt. And finally, the taunt, a direct challenge to his dignity. They're not just being jerks. They are systematically trying to break him. So here's test number one. After that pure act of disrespect, a cigarette butt floating in his coffee, the old man's reaction is, well, it's nothing. He just looks at the biker. No words. He's completely denying them the fight that they so obviously want. Then the second insult lands. His food is violated, just tossed back at him. And again, his response? Absolute silence. His self-control it's almost unnerving. He just refuses to play their game.
And then comes the big one, the peak provocation. His meal is now on the floor, and he's challenged directly. Are you scared? And after all of this, his response is still the same. Absolute, unshakable silence. He is just not engaging on their terms. Period. Okay, so after enduring all of this, the old man finally makes his move, but trust me, it is not the move that anyone in that diner, or any of us, was expecting. He just calmly stands up, adjusts his jacket, and walks straight out the door. No shouting, no threats, nothing. And you can just imagine the bikers laughing behind him, right? For them, this is the ultimate sign of defeat. They are 100% sure they've won. But the story isn't over. The real climax doesn't come from the old man. It comes from the one person who saw what was really going on. And this is where the tables turn. Big time. So with the old man gone, one of the bikers turns to the waitress, just gloating. He says, "Not much of a man, huh?" He's soaking it in, looking for that validation for what he thinks is a total victory. The waitress, she just kind of looks out the window, then looks back at the biker and delivers this devastatingly simple line. Not much of a driver either. The bikers are confused, but, only for a second. So they all turn and look out the window. And there he is. The old man they thought they'd broken is driving away in his big truck, and he's pulling all three of their motorcycles behind him. He never had to say a word, because his actions just said everything. So, what's the big takeaway here? What do we learn from this incredible story? Well, this final section is all about the moral, the immense power of focusing on your actions instead of getting sucked into pointless arguments. What the old man showed us is what you could call a strategic response. It's not an impulsive emotional reaction. No, it's a calm, calculated action that is designed to get a very specific result. He wasn't ignoring them. He was planning. And really, this is the core difference, isn't it? The bikers, they were all about reaction. Emotional, impulsive, loud. That's checkers. The old man, he was all about response, strategic, calm, and decisive. That's chess. And this right here, this is the heart of the whole lesson. See, the bikers wanted to trap him in an argument, a messy, draining, pointless fight over words. He refused. He just completely bypassed the argument to win the conflict with a single, undeniable checkmate.
So as we wrap this up, I'm just going to leave you with this question. Think about your own life, at work, at home, even online. Where are you getting pulled into a draining argument that you don't actually need to win? And where could one calm, strategic action speak infinitely louder than any words you could possibly say?